Hey, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all like a few weeks ago? That this dude was safe, man. This dude was coming back next season. Now, I know a lot of y'all out there was holding out hope that he was gonna get fired today on Black Monday. Well, yesterday was Black Monday. I'm doing it right now as I'm recording this video. It's Tuesday morning, but Black Monday. This is the Black Monday week when coaches get fired. People thought he was gonna be gone. People still on that hill, willing to die on that hill and believing that they were gonna fire this dude. It wasn't gonna happen, man. Now this just put this disclaimer out there that this is not me caping for Dennis Allen. This is not a superhero a superhero cape for Dennis Allen. I'm just telling you like it is with this organization, and he did a terrible job, man. That loss against the Carolina Panthers is pretty much sums up the entire season for the New Orleans Saints. You know, a good drive, one or two good opening drives in the first quarter, and then the offense just sputters out of control. It hasn't been the same since that 24-0 shutout of the Las Vegas Raiders a while back. Ever since then, the offense has just been out of sync, you know. But anyways, man, Dennis Allen believes he's gonna come back. He will be returning as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, and his exit interview that he did today. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of what he stated from as told by ESPN New Orleans Saints beat writer, uh, beat reporter Captain Terrell. All right, so New Orleans Saints coach Dennis Allen said he's moving forward with the assumption that he will be the team's head coach in 2023. Allen said he spoke to Saints general manager Mickey Loomis following the conclusion of the season on Sunday. The Saints finished 7-10 and third in the NFC South in Allen's first season. It was the Saints' first losing season since they went 7-9 under former coach Sean Payton in 2016 and brings Allen's overall record as a head coach to 15-38, including his stint with the Oakland Raiders from 2012 to 2014. Quote, I don't think there's any need to discuss that any further, Allen said, when asked if he needed clarification from Loomis about his job status. And I'm certainly going forward with that anticipation. That's the indication that I've been given. And I'm excited about it. Look, again, 7-10 is not where we want to be, but we're not as far off as maybe some might think. He added, I think there's a young nucleus of players and that I think we can build going forward. I was pleased with the way that we kind of changed the tide a little bit defensively. The last half of the season, I thought we were one of the better defenses in our league. So I think there are some foundational pieces that we can build on. Certainly, we've got to do a better job of finishing. I think there were some opportunities for us to close some games out, finish some games. We didn't get that done. So I think that's going to be an area that if we can learn how to finish games and close some of those games out, not only this season, but seasons in the future will be different. Allen has not sat down with Saints owner Gail Benson yet. Well, let me say it again. Let me rewind. Allen has not sat down with Saints owner Gail Benson yet, but said that he feels like he has our full support. We've talked throughout the season. I feel like I've gotten Ms. B's support. Allen said she's been nothing but outstanding for us. And I'm sure that at some point we'll sit down and visit. But no, I have not specifically sat down with her after the season and went through a rehash of the season. All right, I'm just set it off right there. Those are the words of Saints head coach Dennis Allen. So maybe I wonder if Miss Benson, Miss B have a different perspective on this, and she may want to go in a different direction. Would she get with Loomis and be like, "Hey, look, I think we need a change up"? Maybe, we don't know. But if he said he's saying that much, that he's probably gonna be back next season. And I'm pretty sure that Loomis has enough pull to where he could go to Gale and explain everything. But we'll see how everything plays out when Miss Gale speaks with DA. But some of the words that were the quotes in this piece by Catherine Terrell as told to her by Dennis Allen about closing out games. Sometimes he acts like this team is very young, and mine's a few additional losses, from the Peyton regime, player wise. This is the same players that have been on this roster since 2018, 2017, 2019, 2020. They should know how to close out games this year. You know, they're a veteran team, man. And a lot of, if you, like I said before, if you take back at least the Cardinals game that you lost, the Steelers games that you lost, and that loss against Carolina in week 3 when you played in Charlotte, you have add that to those 7 wins you got, you'd be 10-7 right now. And you take off the 10 games, you'd be 10-7. 10-7 team locking up the division right now. And Brady would be out of the playoffs, wouldn't even be in the playoffs. You know? Um, I know people keep talking about these injuries and he had all this, he had this issue, he had that issue. I'm like, dude, he didn't have this. I mean, this team been dealing with injuries to key players since 2019, 2020, the last couple of years. And they won games. Shoot, they went like half of the season in 2020 when Thomas first got hurt and won games. They won like it was 7 to 8 games straight without Michael Thomas. And when they had Michael Thomas, he wasn't, his normal self, you know? So this, some of that stuff is just they could just kick rocks with some of the stuff he be saying, man. But you gotta make a move, man. And that move is at the offensive coordinator position, bro. Because your defense is good. Like you said, you made some lot of change, a lot of growth in that defense, man. Defense, I think, is the #1 in the league when it comes to points allowed. Pretty good against the pass as well. So you just gotta get a really good offensive coordinator to work with. Like you need somebody that's like your the version of you as the offensive side. When I say the version of you, I'm not talking about your demeanor. I'm not talking about his demeanor or how he conducts himself in these pressures. I need somebody that is an SME, a subject matter expert in that field on offense. A coordinator that can know how to run offense. A coordinator that can, you know, if you decide to bring back Andy Dalton or Jameis, could get the best out of those quarterbacks and set his team up for success. Because the next season, the way it's looking, the NFC South is going to be really bad again. And with this team, you can go on a run and win this division. You got to make some changes though. Defensive tackle. Um, offense. I think you need another wide receiver to go along with Chris Olave and Raheem Shaheed. You know, but you need to find another offensive coordinator. You know, because if you bring back, if I find out that Pete Carmichael is retained for next season, this team will not go back to the playoffs until he's gone. This ain't me advocating for him to get fired either. I'm not a fire the coach person. I just believe that maybe without the presence of Sean Payton, you don't have a really good quarterback right now. Pete Carmichael has been exposed as an OC. He'll be fine. Like I said in another video, previous video, he'll be fine. He'll find employment. He got money. You know, he'll probably go with Sean Payton's staff. You know, but I want to really see if Dennis Allen knows what he's doing. Is he can he really go out there and find an offensive coordinator? And maybe it might be in college. Find a mind. Your opposite on that side of the football because that's the way the game is going, man. You can't expect your team. You can't play not to lose in these games. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? You cannot play not to lose. You cannot be timid with everything. Be super conservative with every situation, man. You know, because it's gonna eventually catch up with you. We see that with the Tennessee Titans. You know, but you're gonna run it back with Da. He has to make changes, some serious changes on that offensive staff of the football on that side of the football because you know if not, he's gonna be fired, and he deserves to be on the hot seat. 8-9 won't cut it. 9-8 with no playoff appearance will not cut it either. It's just that simple. His team is too talented to play this bad. I see other teams out here that are less talented than the Saints show more heart, show more fire. Look at the Houston Texans. That team ain't got nowhere near the talent as the Saints have. And the Saints struggle to put up points. With them wide receivers we have. You know. So we just gotta wait and see how it's gonna play out, man. But that move could come at any day. Tennessee got rid of their offensive coordinator. I heard that New England got rid of their offensive coordinator, who was a defense guy, but hadn't played the role of offensive coordinator. They got rid of that guy. So Cleveland, fired their defensive coordinator. So all eyes on the Saints. Make that move. So and get this team back to where it needs to be because with this defense, you probably got another 1 to 2 years of this defense playing at this level before you really start rebuilding to full blown rebuild that defense. You got another 1 to 2 years with it. So you get you get the offensive side right, you may have something going forward. But right now, as the roster is currently constructed, this is not a Super Bowl team. So I'm not even hopping on that train no more with that. This is a team that can compete for a Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, but a playoff spot if certain moves are made. Now, as I've done in the past with this stuff, with content creation with the Saints, I will not give my fair assessment of the team how they will do in 2023 until I see how the roster is built out. When I say how the roster is built out, what I mean by that is what they do in the draft, what move they make during free agency, how they address the quarterback position, how this position is addressed, certain positions on the team is addressed. That's when I'll determine that this is a playoff team. But Super Bowl right now, they're not in that conversation. That window is closed. That window is slammed shut right now. But you can get back into it with certain where you make the right move with that quarterback. So we'll see how it's gonna play out, man. It's stuff and there's a lot of stuff that's gonna come out in these next couple of days, man. A lot of news, a lot of speculation gonna continue, but the Sean Payton stuff, it's just gonna be a lot. So we'll see. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. How y'all feel about Dennis Allen coming back, assuming he is coming back to be head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Also check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content in the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out. Who that?